This is Google Drive. It's safe online storage that comes with 15 gigabytes for free. That's space for 1,000 photos, hours of video, and just about any other file you want to keep safe. Plus, every file you put in Drive becomes available on your other devices, so you can access them anywhere. That's Google Drive. Download to get started or learn more at google.com/drive.
Lists. They capture our ideas, things to do, and places to see. They are beautiful in their simplicity. But what happens when you want to add more details? Or more lists? You need a better place to keep your lists. This is Wunderlist. It's the place where you create lists and share them with your friends, family, and colleagues. No matter where you are, Wunderlist keeps you in sync with the people around you. You can add as much detail to your to-dos as you need, like making sure everyone knows who's responsible for what. With Wunderlist, it's easy to have conversations about your to-dos and make sure that everyone gets the complete picture. Whether you're in the office working on a project, curating your favorite movies at home, or on the go, Wunderlist keeps your life in sync.
What is a VPN, and what can you do with it? A VPN is a power tool for your devices that enhances the internet. With it, you can do 3 really cool things. 1. Watch movies and TV from any of your devices, fast and securely. 2. You can use parts of the internet that are blocked in certain countries. 3. You can keep your internet traffic private even when you're on an unsecured public network. So what is VPN, and how does it do all of that? VPN means Virtual Private Network. ExpressVPN's network has servers in more than 100 locations around the world. Once you have an account, you can connect to the internet through any of these locations. The connection is private, so your movies will stream fast, free from throttling and buffering. Once you're connected, all your internet traffic is encapsulated in a tunnel, allowing it to pass through government filters. Inside that tunnel, your data is encrypted. No one can see it but you and the people you send it to. Not even your internet service provider. In other words, VPN makes the internet how it should be. Free, open, and private. Using a VPN isn't complicated. In fact, it's as easy as downloading an app for your computer or mobile device. You'll wonder how you ever use the internet without it.
So what we have here is the Note 4. This is running the stock launcher. Currently have the My Magazine Flipboard on the left. We'll take that away for a second. We have the ability now, obviously, scrolling between different pages. No different than any of the other, stock TouchWiz devices that you can get nowadays. But what happens if you're not comfortable or you're not happy with the way the interface looks, the way it interacts with you? There are things you could do to change this. Now, we're talking about changes that are not requiring root, and this is why we're talking today about Nova. Nova is a launcher replacement. It's a separate launcher that you can download from the Play Store. Recently, it was one of the updates that it received was the ability to give it some more features that are similar to Lollipop, and we'll be able to actually kind of get into that in a second. First and foremost, I just launched the Nova Launcher. You can notice that the actual icons and everything kind of changed already. My app drawer is sitting right here. It zooms in a different rate. It's much faster, smoother. My widgets actually now show up on here, which we didn't have before. What we also have here is importing your settings from a different launcher. By default, Nova allows you to do that. And then it says here, TouchWiz Home. I say Start. And it starts recognizing some of my icons. But overall, it brought in our dialer. It brought in a little folder that we had here, Hangout and Messages that I'm using. The browser, which we need to change. The camera, and the app drawer is still running the same way. One of the main benefits of Nova is the ability to be able to customize things down to a very, very low level. Now, Nova isn't set as my default browser, actual launcher. I'll just say here and say always. So from now on, whenever I say home, it takes me back to Nova. And we'll go into the settings and I'll show you guys some of the main benefits of having this and making it look closer to stock as Lollipop would allow us to do. Under look and feel, we go under the icon theme, and I'm choosing out of default when you get Nova. Lollipop is one of the ones that are built into it. You can customize and download additional ones. 444 KitKat is also part of the system. The system, it matches whatever the system is, but that's generally going to be a TouchWiz. The other thing here you have is you can download other theme packs. I have the Glass theme pack here, the one that you can download and customize, but we're going to keep it for Lollipop for now. And then you have the ability to set up the rotation, the scrolling speed, the animation, and those are the things that are customizable. And if you download and you do upgrade to Prime, which is the additional feature that you get, and I do have a Prime membership on mine, you're able to get additional features as far as functionalities within actual Nova. And the other reason why you do want to go to a custom launcher is that you can actually swipe down, bring down the notification panel, swipe up, you open up Home, the drawer, double tap, it takes into Google Now. You can add gestures, different functionalities within your normal interface that you normally don't have. You can customize the grid size. You can customize it to your heart's content. And by default, the grid size already gives me an additional row to add more icons on my home screen so that I don't have to have 1,000 pages open. And you can also customize by pinch to zoom, of course. And if you pinch out, opens up the actual recent apps. So a lot of the different functionalities that you can, and you can also add Google Now in there if you'd like. But the main benefit you also have is the ability to add the persistent, search that you get normally with Google Now.
Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority app guy, and in this quick look video, we're going to take a look at Google Now on tap. To start with, Google Now on Tap is actually very easy to use. To engage it, simply pull up the information you want Now on Tap to analyze, and then press and hold the Home button. This will bring up Now on Tap, which, after a few moments of loading, will display any information it can about whatever it is that's on your screen in card format. Below that is a Google button that will simply open up Google Now. Once the card pops up, you'll have a few options, and they're all listed as icons across the bottom of the card. You can Google it, find images, open maps, open social media pages, and a whole lot more. How much information that's available depends on the subject at hand. Hockey players generally only have a Google search button and images, while restaurants have plenty of other options. It works pretty well most of the time, and you can use it inside of applications. During our testing, we used it on Google Newsstand, Google+, Hangouts, Slack, Google Chrome, and a few others. Now on Tap has no issues parsing the information from each one and delivering the results. Results are generally easy to pull up as long as the subject is clearly written. For instance, Alex here asked me about Halo 5, and Now on Tap was able to pull up a card for Halo. However, when Nirav asked me about the Marvel Avengers movie, it wasn't able to figure out what it was supposed to be searching for. Hilariously, when you go to the IMDb page for the Avengers, Now on Tap has no issues pulling up a card about the movie. We found that there really are a ton of results. We found hockey players, movies, actors, fictional characters, little Chinese restaurants in New York City, landmarks from Europe, and a whole bunch more. There really is a lot more here than we originally envisioned. On the other side of the spectrum, there were things we expected Now on Tap to be able to find easily to no avail. It was able to find the Galaxy Nexus from a text message, but nothing about the Nexus P from an article title. When you add it all up, it really is a case of your mileage may vary. If you only use it for certain things, then cards will almost certainly pop up every time. Pulling up Now on Tap on every page that pops up on your smartphone, on the other hand, will likely not work the majority of the time. Google Now on Tap is, for the most part, very impressive. Having the ability to instantaneously glean information on whatever happens to be on your screen is both enjoyable and functional. Of course, there are some issues here and there, and the services will likely get updated over time to overcome these early flaws. We imagine many of them will be ironed out by the time stable Marshmallow starts making its way around to everyone. If you're interested in getting Now on Tap, you'll need a device running Marshmallow, and you'll need to be updated to the latest version of the Google Play services, as well as the latest version of the Google app. It should start working from there. Everyone else will have to wait. And that about does it for this video, folks. Once again, I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority app guy, and while you're here, you might as well subscribe to the Android Authority YouTube channel because we are your source for all things Android. As always, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.
With Waze, you always get the fastest route, based on real-time traffic shared by millions of fellow Wazers. Navigating is super easy. All your destinations are one tap away. Once on the road, you'll be alerted before you approach incidents. You can help others too. By simply driving with Waze, you share real-time traffic information, or you can actively report. Oh, and when you're meeting others, simply send your ETA to inform on your arrival.